Thanks, Mark. Ooh.
Hello, all, and welcome to Shack Radio here at PANJ Network in Lambertville, New Jersey, high atop the old Masonic building.
Hey, Johnny, your voice sounds really different this week. What's up with that? You got
Hey.
a cold or what's going on?
Tonight, I'm going to stand in for our fearless leader, Johnny Flynn.
Oh, it's not Johnny. Okay,
Yeah,
no wonder
yeah.
why. All right.
So, in Johnny's tradition, I will announce all the players at the table here. To my left,
It's a good
Paul
crowd.
Borowski.
Hello!
The next one here is our beloved Judy.
Hello.
And then a great musician, Russell Morkovich, is joining us today.
Crashing the party.
Yeah.
Yay!
I like that man's style. He's good.
Yep. And our good friend Katie Cortez.
Hello, everyone out there.
Yes. And we have musical guest here.
Michael Aquino.
Yes.
Going to play
Alright.
some music for us. And,
Yeah.
it's live.
I can leave it on. I feel good with it.
You
now.
know, Mike, you got to tell us a little about yourself.
All right.
Yeah,
you know,
so
to
how
start
did you
things
start
off.
with
You know, we
music,
don't know
Michael?
anything about you.
So,
All right.
what was your earliest influence, and what made you want to be a musician?
Oh well, I think music has been always a part of my life. I grew up in a very musical household.
Don't say James Taylor.
No, not at all. Nope, no, not James Taylor. But I grew up in Union City, and for those of you who don't know Union City, it's a primarily Latino community, and so music is everywhere. It's playing all the time. It was a huge thing when I was growing up. Parties. There were live bands in small apartments. So there was a lot surrounded by music my whole life. Lots of Latin music. My mom and dad also liked the 60s folk music as well. They also liked a whole bunch. My brother really got me into house music as a kid.
Cool.
I liked rap music growing up. So I grew up during the 90s. So
I can't get
Yes.
behind rap.
oh really?
No, I just can't. I
Oh.
tried the best I
I can
could.
some of it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
I just can't do it.
Well, I mean,
You know,
it's-
once I became a Beatle fan,
Yeah.
I don't think you can really make that jump.
I think the
from
Beatles.
to
Yeah, but I think if the Beatles
Well,
were around
see,
today,
here's-
they'd be doing a rap song.
Yeah.
Just
Really?
their own version of a rap song.
Well, you're
Lennon.
right. I could see Paul
You know,
McCartney being
Lennon.
like that.
There are places I
Lennon.
remember.
Well, I think with specifically rap, I think it came about out of this kind of need to, this revolutionary kind of feel. There was stuff that needed to be said, and that
yeah.
was the way they were saying it. And I think it was very similar with the
Oh,
Beatles.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, and I think even with the Beatles, they had something to say, and they were saying it in a different way. And I think it's similar in terms of approach. Definitely not the same, but and it's definitely an acquired thing.
So what brings you here to the Shack Radio program?
I say
today?
Judy. I just pointed
Judy.
Judy. Yeah.
Judy did it again.
Judy did it.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you,
Judy did
Judy. I'll tell you again, Judy. I applaud you in that fantastic event that you planned
At
Stockton.
Prosville Mill.
Well,
Prosville.
Yeah,
Mill.
man, that was
Thank
crazy.
you.
That was really
Brought
spectacular.
a lot of us together.
You know, many people have came up to me and said, that was just an amazing day.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
How
It
it
was
worked,
amazing.
it
I'm just glad everyone had a good time.
Oh,
and
definitely.
I'm really excited that Michael won the huge owl banner
Oh,
that was
very
behind the
cool.
main stage.
That I am now wearing.
So awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
wearing it now, and I feel like
Yeah.
it's a cape.
Yeah, it's like
a
the
nice little cape.
Technicolor Dreamcoat.
You know, in
here.
20 years,
Awesome.
that'll
Yeah.
be down at the flea market.
Oh,
no.
And it'll be written
no.
on there,
Oh, yeah,
Michael
Oh no, this is
had
worth
this.
this is worth over $600.
It's
They
amazing.
spent
Oh,
a
yeah?
lot of time on this at Type B,
B. Oh,
Tie
yeah.
Dye Studios in
Very
New
cool
Hope.
people.
Yeah,
Very
people
cool people,
Donated
yeah.
6 banners. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
we have
amazing.
a banner that they made for us,
Oh, yeah,
for the
that's
Shackers.
right.
It hangs
That's
behind us when we
awesome.
play.
Yep.
It
yep.
has an image of the shack,
Oh, nice.
and a banner like that.
Oh,
Really
that's
cool.
very
This is
cool.
beautiful. This has an owl on it, and it's just
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Love it.
I mean, it was
Love
behind
it.
all those pictures of
Yeah,
everybody.
yep,
So I feel
yeah.
kind of responsible for it. It's keeper now.
I'm sure you'll take good care of it.
Well, anyway, so might I digress?
Yeah,
So, you going to play some music for us?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll
tell us a
play.
little bit about what you got going on there.
Yeah.
Well, I've got an acoustic guitar.
Okay.
Tell us about that
I'm gonna take-
guitar.
I'm
It's
gonna-
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm going to take off the cape for right
Yeah.
now.
It's a dual
Oh.
pick guard too. I like
It
that.
does. It has a dual pick guard.
Coming over.
It's a Larrivee guitar. And Larrivee started in Canada, and maybe I think it was a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, they moved their operations to California. And they've been around a while. They were like, rebelling against like Martin and Taylor. So they were like all handmade. This is a handmade guitar, but they made it affordable. They made it affordable, and they didn't. They wanted to kind of put it out there so that the masses can have it, and it wasn't out of reach.
Oh, very
so
good.
it's a beautiful guitar. It's when they moved to California, they wanted to keep with their Canadian roots, so they created a limited edition maple leaf guitar. So that's why there's
Wow.
maple leaves.
Beautiful.
You know, with
Yeah.
the Canadians, they always get that one key right. This is a guitar, eh?
Hey.
Yeah, for those who are listening, there are maple leaves up and down the fretboard, and
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maple
That's
leaf,
unique.
maple
I'll take a
leaf
photo of that.
inlays.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
tell us what kind of music you play.
like, who are your influences?
Oh, okay. Influences. So we can start from the beginning. I mean, you heard some of them when what I was talking about before. So a lot of that music really kind of influences how I approach music. It's not necessarily the music I make, but it's how I approach it. The feeling, the energy, the surrounding it. But I think who got me into playing guitar specifically, and I'm going to say this and you don't hear it at all in what I play, is Jeff Buckley, who was a
yeah.
musician of the
Yeah.
90s, and
Wonderful.
Awesome.
he's the one. I was in bands before, but what made me want to pick up guitar and write my own songs with Jeff Buckley, and I think his approach to songwriting, his approach to playing the guitar, and just the energy underneath what he was singing is something that really resonated with me and wanted me to pick up the guitar.
Very good.
So,
All right.
You want to hear an intro song?
Sure.
All right. Hello. Oh, I have no mic. Can you hear me? I hear my guitar. Now I hear my voice again. Here we go.
There we are.
Hello, you've heard it burned into your ears, but I'm gonna make it ring and sing it loud and clear. Hello, name's Aquino, not Aquino.
I love this song.
Hello, name's Aquino, not Aquino. A brief intro, yeah, Latino at my soul, but you said, oh, I didn't know. I thought you were. Enter your notion here. But clear that aside, slide it away. I've come around and I wanna say Hello, name's Aquino, not Aquino. Sing along with me. Hello, name's Aquino, not Aquino. Nice. One more time. Hello, name's Aquino, not Aquino. Nice. Now you all know my name.
I'm so glad you said
Very
we could
good.
sing because I wanted to sing.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
anybody who wants to call in at
yeah,
panjradio.com, we have 609-460-4673.
Wow.
If you'd like a question for Michael Aquino.
There you go.
Not.
I wouldn't kill you if you called me Aquino, but I got it all my life. Is it Aquino or is it Aquino? It's Aquino.
Seriously?
But I thought it was Aquino. No, I'm telling you what my name is. It's Aquino.
No.
So that was my nice way of saying my name is Aquino.
When they mispronounced it in grade school, did you answer I?
Ah.
Or you just say, well, no,
Well-
sorry, you didn't get my name right,
No.
so I'm not here.
I was such a nice kid. I did not correct. Even until like recently, I was like, yeah, whatever. It's okay. It's Aquino, whatever you want to call me.
So what is your nationality?
I am Cuban and Puerto Rican, born in Jersey City, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Very cool. And you that's influenced your music, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
That type of music, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
the Latino
Yeah,
music.
yeah. I mean, it's I grew up with a lot of salsa, and some like traditional kind of. My grandmother was really into Mexican music, so I have a lot of Mexican records at home, and their stuff is like, so grand and big, and
Epic.
it's epic. Yeah, it's epic.
Wonderful.
So,
Mariachi and all that stuff.
Yeah, and but salsa is really what a lot of my family listened to, and that's that rhythm is in
It's
me,
good
and
stuff.
and you really, like I said, you might not hear it in my music, but it's it influences the rhythms I hear in my head
Yeah.
when I'm coming up with songs. So it's just
Good
interesting.
stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, great horn players.
Oh my
Just
God,
great.
amazing!
Oh,
Really
yeah.
amazing horn.
Hey, did you hear Carlos brought his band back together?
Santana?
Yeah.
No.
There's a new song on the radio today. I heard an
all
XBN.
original members.
Oh,
No
oh, that's
way.
really
The
cool.
original
Wow.
people got back together again.
Is he
Boy,
gonna drop acid like he did in Woodstock?
I sure hope so.
Hope it's not the brown acid. though.
Yeah.
Did you
But
hear
it was really good. It sounded just like vintage Carlos.
Oh, nice.
Nice. What a pleasure listening to that was.
Yeah, he's an amazing guitar player.
So where are you playing in this area?
Well, the next gig I have is April 21st, and it's in Garwood, at Crossroads. And I'm going to be a part of a small bill of great musicians and bands. It's on my website, michaelaquino.com, so you
Okay.
can go there and
Uh-huh.
check it out.
Excellent. Wow.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I first found you because you had a contest for Thanksgiving songs.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I've never
That's
got
right.
to ask you, like, how did that come about? What
So,
was it?
I mean, the whole. So just to reiterate what's going on, I have a couple of friends who run a wonderful website called You Don't Know Jersey, and
That's
I just came up with an idea because I love songwriting challenges. That's like I thrive on them. It's kind of it's almost like an addiction. Like I love writing songs on a timeline. So I said to them, well, what if we have a bunch of songs written for Thanksgiving? Because Thanksgiving doesn't have a lot of songs. So they were like, this is great, and it'll be all by New Jersey musicians. And they were like, absolutely fantastic. And they told me to just roll with it. So I went with it, and I reached out to a bunch of New Jersey musicians, Russell being one of them, and he wrote a fantastic song called Pilgrim's Path.
Right.
Thank you.
The playlist is still up on my SoundCloud page. So if you search Michael Aquino, you'll find the playlist for the
There's
Thanksgiving
some great songs on there.
some fantastic songs, and
Yeah.
it was the gamut of songs. They were just, there's like folky songs, they were like poppy songs, they were just kind of soul bluesy songs. It was just
Rap
all over.
song,
Yeah.
Great idea
everything
to
on
do
there,
something for
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's no.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Just
gratitude.
just for clarification, it's
Yeah.
MICHAELAQUINO.
UINO.
Yes.
Because we learned how to spell hello, but we really didn't spell your name.
Yeah,
So we gotta
yeah.
do that.
That's okay. That's cool. Thank you for that. Yeah, and it's .com in case you're looking for it. But back to the Thanksgiving thing, that was really wonderful, and it's still up. And hopefully we do something again like that next year and get some more
Oh,
musicians
that
involved.
was such a great
Yeah.
idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was some funny ones. There's,
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Now, how do you know Russell?
I was going to ask you a question about that, so everybody knew. We go back actually maybe 5 years now.
Yeah, maybe about 5, maybe even
Michael
more.
was kind enough to invite me on his show twice called the Indie Music Circus. It was really great. Could you tell us a little bit about the
Yeah.
Indie
Circus,
Music
I love
Circus?
that.
Yeah, Indie Music Circus, rest in peace, was a songwriters in the round kind of presentation. So it was done at Luna Stage, which is a professional theater in
So cool.
West Orange, New Jersey. And it was a small little room, and we sat in the round. We traded songs, and then I would interview the musicians in between songs, and we would talk about the process with that specific song or anything they wanted to kind of talk about. And then at the end of the evening, we all played a song together, and that
Oh,
was
no
always
way.
a lot of fun.
Oh, what happened to
What'd you
it?
pick?
What was
Was
the?
it, I think we did Rock the Casbah.
Oh, we didn't do
So,
it.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, and I would always put it out to them, and then we'd get a bunch of suggestions.
Very
from musicians.
democratic.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
democratic, and then we choose, we learn, and then we rehearse it maybe like 2 or 3 times before the show, and then we just went with it, and it was a lot. It was so much fun.
That's
Oh, you
really
rehearsed
fun.
it. That makes a big
Yeah, yeah, we rehearsed it. I mean, the day of the show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we got together separately. It was like, okay, we know what key we're playing it in. We know what kind of rhythm we're going for, and
That's
we're
just
just gonna
about
go.
it.
with it. Yeah, that was
So
about it.
What happened to that? That
Um,
sounds so cool.
It was, and it was a lot of work, is what it was. As you know, putting together a
Yes,
show was
I
a lot
do.
of work, and it was just at that point I didn't have an album out. I really wanted to focus on some of my own work, and I felt like I needed to drop something at that
Yeah.
point, and it was something that I just needed to drop, and it was a lot. Since it was so much work, I just felt like I needed
lot
to
of
let it
work.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do for like work?
Work. I work at Montclair State University. Yeah, I'm the events coordinator for the College of the Arts.
Oh,
So I
well,
do,
nice.
I do,
A lot of work.
Yeah. So it's similar, work to what you were doing with the
Okay.
Prosville marathon thing, and
You did tell me that. Yep.
yeah. So we do a lot of events, and that's what I do.
And you
Yeah.
personally have a theater background as well.
Yes, I graduated with a BFA in theater, and I did that for a while. I was a professional actor and did that whole thing, and decided I wanted to write music and get a steady job. So,
The two don't
Might
necessarily
have
go
to.
hand in
no,
hand.
not really.
Unfortunately.
No.
But
I did that
Oh, you did.
some years back. Well,
Yeah.
I've done some theater, but I had the starving actors cleaning service. And all my patrons, all my clients knew that I might have to reschedule for auditions.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
You know,
Oh, that's cool.
it
Yeah.
went for about 5 years but I studied for a long time, but
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Said, okay, I need steady work now.
Yeah, and the last gig I did have was a lot. It took a lot out of me, and I was working at Ellis Island. They have a theater there, and they present a show 8 times a day. It's like a 25-minute play 8 times a day, and it was like, by the end of it, I literally had destroyed my voice, because I
yeah.
was performing so much. I had a polyp on my vocal cord.
wow.
I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't sing for longer than 15 minutes.
You
It
could have
just
been a
was-
shacker.
I could have. Yeah, but
So they didn't have you mic'd.
they didn't have us mic. It wasn't a musical, so it was a small room, but you were just doing it all day long.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Wow.
and then you had to hawk and get people into the show, so it was really tough. But that kind of made me say, I don't know, I need a break from this, and that's
Yeah, but don't they call that the mileage?
yeah,
Isn't that
I guess-
mileage?
I guess so.
When
It's a
you're
lot,
Yeah,
though. You're
mileage.
really
It's-
using your
Gives you
voice.
cred.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you
It
got
Eight
gave-
cred
shows a
now.
day is
Street
yeah,
cred.
yeah. I mean, I didn't have to do
Yeah.
8 shows all the time.
Oh.
We would break it up, but if I wasn't doing a show, we had to be getting people into the show, and I was not, contrary to popular belief, I was not a street performer. A lot of people
Oh.
thought we were street performers. Like, no. We were actors. We were actors. We were under the union, and we were, actors. So it was a lot of work. It was a
Yeah.
lot of work.
So Montclair State, you get to see some pretty good shows up there, don't you?
Yeah, we have a lot of
Yeah.
great theater. We have what do we have? 3 theaters there.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a big 1,000-seat theater, which is the one that I handle the events for. And we have a smaller theater, which is a lot newer, and they have a lot of different kind of programming going on that's separate from what I do. They bring in a lot of international artists. And then there's a smaller, little black box theater that seats about 120 people, and they
Nice.
do a lot of theater department productions and things like that in there. So,
Cool.
Good place to practice.
Yeah.
Nothing like having a black box.
yeah, right.
Huh.
Black
Do you,
boxes are
do you
cool.
like doing that? That's-
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's I see a lot of different things come in, and it's kind of cool to see. So, yeah.
Well, and then recently I saw, on top of all of those things,
Mm-hmm.
you did the in February the
Oh, yeah.
challenge to do a whole album in 1 month.
Yeah,
That's pretty spectacular.
yeah. It's called February Album Writing Month, and the goal is to write a song every other day in February. So you come out of February with 14 songs.
He asked me, I said I couldn't do it.
I was like, I wanted to, and a lot of collaboration happens during it. So
that's
it's a website that's set up almost like a social networking site. So you have a lot of different people from all over the world writing music, and then you post your song, and then you get comments on it, feedback, what to improve. It's very supportive. Everyone on it's really kind of wonderful.
It's amazing.
And it allows for collaboration as well. So I was trying to get Russell to write a song with me, but he had his February busy. So
Oh, next year.
next
Next
year,
year.
next year, yeah.
Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. It's coming up before we know it.
Well, why don't we play another song here?
Sure.
I mean, we have about
I'm
10
ready.
minutes left in this segment, and hear another tune.
All right, you want to
Sounds
hear
good.
Giants Will Fall?
I
That was-
would
Oh,
love
cool.
to hear
Yeah.
Giants Will Fall.
That's
So
the
this
lead
is-
off the CD. or
That's
what?
that's what the CD's named after, this song. So here goes, Giants Will Fall. Grab your hammer, grab your stake. In this land we will awake the ghosts of dreams unrealized, sprung forth with every bone. With the masses, you're not alone, so take what's yours, explore the day away. The fight so clear from this frontier. Raise up your fists, let out a cheer. The giants will fall in no time at all. The giants will fall in no time at all. When our boots hit the ground, see their faces all dumbfound by us. In God we trust, our way today. The fight's so clear from this frontier. Raise up your fists, let out a cheer. The giants will fall in no time at all. The giants will fall in no time at all. The fight's so clear from this frontier. Raise up your fists, let out a cheer. The giants will fall in no time at all. The giants will fall in no time at all.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you.
That's a great song.
Thanks.
I love the electric guitar on that too. the recording.
Oh yeah, that was my friend Sue Remus, and she's a fantastic guitar player. She's like one of the best I know, and she was I mean she just tore it up on that solo.
It was
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's great. It's
Yeah.
a great tune.
Thanks.
So, tell us about it. Like, what was your
The
motivation?
story behind it.
Yeah, the story.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of my songs, you know, they kind of have this vague specificity, is what I like to call it. You know, I'll have specific things in them, but I leave it kind of a little vague, so you can kind of imply what you want.
I love that.
But I will say this. This was created during this February album writing challenge about 3 years ago. And I wrote it, I think it was 3 years ago, maybe it was 4 now. It was when the whole 99% Wall Street protests were happening.
The Occupy.
Wow.
The Occupy Wall Street protests were happening, and I was just amazed by what was being generated and the energy that was happening.
Was an amazing time.
Yeah, and it was just
So underscored, though.
I know, and it
So
kind of,
underscored.
you know, they're still around, and they still, you know, have an online presence and stuff. And I don't even know if they're down there anymore. But, you know, it was just so amazing to see, and it was like this spark that was ignited in me, and I was like, you know, I just felt inspired to write something about it, and that
Oh,
was
makes
that.
Very good.
That kind of like, well, you know,
It's good to
eventually.
hear about the Occupy movement again and that
yeah,
you were influenced. That was really an amazing time.
Yeah.
it was pretty amazing.
Because I just watched The Big Short, the movie
Uh-huh.
about the.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And I'm enraged all over again.
Yeah.
Bill wrote a song, Too Big to Fail.
Yes, I did.
Ah.
Yeah.
Similar,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
that
here's
was
the
a-
thing, they're doing it all over again.
I know.
According to the movie. They're doing all over again.
All again.
You know, I'll tell you, I have to get that song out to one of these political candidates so they can pick it up.
Oh, you should.
How about a luck that
Good
would?
song.
Have a
Bernie
political
would take
candidate.
it.
Yeah, Bernie would take it.
Bernie would take it.
Yeah.
Should
Anybody.
do it, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also noticed that, well, at least I think, a couple of the songs on your album have to do with like space travel, outer space.
There
stuff?
is, yeah.
Wow.
There's actually if you listen closely, there's one song, Robot Joe, that has to deal with space travel, and then We're Far is the part 2 to that song. Many people don't know that. That's if you listen to Robot Joe and you listen to We're Far, it takes place right after
That makes
that
sense.
song.
Yep.
So one
Very cool.
one song, one.
One minute.
I'm number one. What?
Yes,
Oh yes,
Number one.
that's what I wanted to hear.
First half of the show, you are number one.
I'm just kidding. So we have about 1 minute left. So
We have 1 minute left.
Um,
Yes.
I have to say that the production value and the sound quality on the CD is great.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah,
Russell.
and the
Oh,
mix.
thanks for bringing that up because
And the
yeah.
mastering, all that.
Would you
and
like
that
to give a
was-
plug to your studio?
Yeah, well, actually, if I can do this real quick, there
Go
was
ahead.
there was a.
Wait. Is it gonna, if you could spend a little time on it, we'd like to hear.
Absolutely.
Could you do
Yeah,
it
yeah,
after
yeah.
the-
Do it after.
That would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
'cause
All right.
A little
Yeah.
time on that one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
This kind of work is hard
Then
to do.
tell us,
Yeah, sure.
then
sure.
tell us quick about the
The artwork.
The artwork on the back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, did you get your brother-in-law to do that, man?
No, no. I actually was at a art festival in southern New Jersey. I hear the music's coming in. It's
That's
gonna
it.
eat me. Anyway, it was at a festival, and I fell in love with it. And the artist was like, "You need to have this," and I was like, "I do. I got it." And that became the back cover because it just resonated with everything in the album. So,
All right.
Awesome.
C'est la vie.
We'll post a picture. of
Yeah,
it,
it's
too.
really beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in a little bit from Shaq.
Check.
Radio.
Please call in 609-460-4673.
I have to find
Right.
it. Wow. Back.
All right. Welcome back to another version of Shaq Radio. And here we are with Mr. Aquino.
Are you changing my name on purpose?
So he's playing some songs with us, and he's a really interesting guy. And he's very talented. So he brought a CD in here. So I thought maybe we'd play a song off the CD. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this song?
All right, Song of the Outcry was written actually, I think it was at the end of George Bush's reign
Oh,
as,
oh yeah,
as president.
another stellar moment
Yeah.
in history.
Yeah, and that is just essentially the influence for this song.
Wow.
I'll let you kind of take what you want from it.
All right.
and enjoy.
Okay, here we go.
And when you're done, you need to tell us about the.
Oh yeah, and we'll
Yes.
talk about the production.
Recording
Yes.
Yeah, sure. He looks out of his window, hears things he's never heard before. Here's something right outside his door. Fog knocks him out of bed, flows right into his head, backing up at the sky. Mouth open, middle of the night. Sing a song of the outcry. 2020 is no longer hindsight. Oh, oh, the mass chanted up to the stars, demanded that he not bark, made him stand there in the dark, called him out on his senseless act, stood there naked catching flack, head backing up at the sky. Mouth open, middle of the night. Sing a song of the outcry. 2020 is no longer hindsight. Oh, oh, picked him up, arms, back, and feet. Marched left, right down to the sea. He wondered how could this be? Waves crashing and winds did shock. They told him to walk, head backing up at the sky. Mouth open, middle of the night. Sing a song of the outcry. 2020 is looks out of his window, hears things he's never heard before, sees it all right outside his door. Fog knocks him out of bed, flows right into his head. There we go.
All right, there we go.
All right.
A little tricked up on the ending there.
All
How
right,
about
we're back
that?
to Shack
We're back.
Radio.
Yeah. You know, we call that in the shack, we call that the potholes.
So let me ask
Johnny's famous for that stuff. He loves that stuff.
so David S. Hilton, bass
Yes.
player on that.
Yeah.
Bass sounds
Really
great.
nice
Yeah.
job.
Oh,
Did he
Dave
bleed
is-
fingers on that or what?
Did he? No, man. He's so proficiently good. I can't tell you. I mean, I have to say, like every musician on this album, they're friends of mine, but they're just so freaking talented that I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm lucky. You
Yeah,
know,
you're
I'm lucky.
surprised?
I'm lucky. I have such
Yeah.
such talented friends, and that agreed to play on it. You know, so I'm forever indebted to them.
It just reminds you when something's supposed to happen.
Yeah, yeah,
All the doors open.
yeah, yeah, and they
Pieces
just
fall into
That's
place.
beautiful when that happens
Yeah.
like that.
Little
Yeah.
Sun Tzu going on there. Very interesting.
thanks.
Tell us about the production.
All right, so
yeah,
this
tell
was
us
going to be
about
the
that.
quick story. Now it's it won't be as quick, but I'll try to keep it short.
Okay.
So I was looking for an engineer to mix my album because I tracked it all on my own at home, with the exception of drums. I tracked drums in the studio. And then I was looking for an engineer to mix it, and I had no idea. I was reaching out to people. Some people were giving me leads, but I was like, I really want to. I don't know. Something was saying it wasn't right. So then I found this funny enough, on a Kickstarter campaign, this group, this organization called Crowd Audio, and what their idea was they wanted to, and they had a bunch of engineers working with them, and the idea was you submit a song to them, they throw it out to these pools of engineers, they all mix the song their way. It's a contest, so they all mix the song their way.
Cool.
Then I would listen to all of the mixes and then choose 3. They would remix the song with my notes, and then I would choose one to work with. And that was by far the best way. It was just so much fun. I got 83 mixes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, got 83 mixes.
So
Went
cool.
through all of them, narrowed it down to 3. And Jim Kilgore, he just killed it. He was just so good, and he's from Canada. And I've never met him in person. I've never actually had a phone conversation with him. Everything has been over email, but he's such a great person. His personality is so great, and we just work so well together, just via email.
Crazy.
And we got this
So
done.
which song was that?
It was Robot Joe. Robot Joe
So you
was
had different guys mixing each song.
the same
so-
song, the same
Same
song,
song.
same
Right.
song.
So when he gets the Canadian equivalent of the Grammys,
Ah.
he may invite to
Which-
meet you.
which I
and
think is
see
the
it because of
Juno
the
Award.
CD.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, what kind of, so I could ask, just curious, a technical question.
Sure.
What kind of software do you use for that?
I was recording through Pro Tools, and it was actually
Tools,
Yeah,
ah,
yeah.
okay, all right.
It was as a friend of mine who's an audio engineer said they should document how I did it because I did it on a 2007 MacBook,
Excellent.
running Pro Tools 8, and this was and if you guys it's like kind of ancient,
Oh.
you know, and
Well, our bass player, Jason,
yeah.
he did his album in his bedroom with his laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that's how I did most of it, with the exception of drums, which I did in the studio because I just
Yeah.
didn't have enough inputs because I was doing it on a 2-channel.
Channel, yeah.
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 So, I just did that in the studio to make sure I had everything mic'd up really well. And that was it. C'est la
Yeah,
vie. Here we
there you
are
go.
with Giants Will Fall. And it sounds
Excellent.
really good.
Did you use the
Very good.
Universal Audio on that project?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
M-Box Pro.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah. I just got the Universal Audio, and it's the Apollo and Twin, and it's so great.
I
Sounds
have
so
one too. They
fantastic.
are fantastic.
Yep.
One more technical question.
Sure.
What was the microphone that you used for your vocals?
It is a Shure. Oh, God.
57?
No,
Not
no,
an
not
S-
at all.
No?
No,
The SM7?
No.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm forgetting the model of it right now.
It's a condenser, large diaphragm?
Large
Okay.
diaphragm.
Do another song and then
Do
it'll
another
come to
song
you.
And then it'll come to me.
It comes in, that's okay.
Don't
Okay.
think
I kind of
about
know
it.
which ones you're talking about.
Yeah.
He'll remember it.
That was that.
K series.
Yes, KSM.
Yes.
KSM 44.
There
44? 44. 44.
There you
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, the
Thanks.
box is mentioned before for some of us who don't know what you just said.
Yeah, Yeah, since we are on the radio.
Yeah.
Before the microphone, those boxes were.
Oh, it was the M-Box Pro, which is made by, back then it was, now it's Avid. Before it was, I can't.
And it does
Pro
what?
Tools. Right?
So essentially, it's an interface that you plug in your microphone or your guitar into, and it records. It goes through that, and it goes into your laptop to a recording software.
Via USB?
No, it's FireWire.
Ah,
Wow.
It
Yeah.
converts the analog signal into a digital.
Digital,
but
yeah.
it's that quality.
That puts it into different categories.
And-
Let's just say channels.
And that
Yeah,
signal, that
different
signal,
That gives you a
right.
mixing option right there. You can mix it all together.
Yeah, right.
that
right.
signal comes in with a timeline on it and everything?
Yep.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I want one.
Well, that's why they call it.
You do one. You do. You
And
need one.
And they've become so affordable now. That's why there's so many people putting out music
Yeah.
from their bedroom because it's just so easy, and the quality that you
And
get
they're
is
diminishing it
amazing.
all for us.
Well,
That's why they call it Pro Tools, I guess. Well, why don't we play another song here?
Well, he's going to play a live one
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
of the CD.
We got them live.
all right. So you want me to?
Have 'em
Did
do
you
it.
say that you wanted me to play "Song of the Outcry" live? Is that what you wanted? The same
Anything you
song?
want, man. It's your show.
Okay.
You said you wanted to do one.
Yeah, sure.
Something not on the CD, I believe. is what
Yes.
I mean, you
do
can't
that.
beat a live
Oh, yeah, the new
performance.
one.
Let's do that, a new one.
Play whatever you want.
Folks, he's
all good.
tuning without a tuner.
No,
Watch
we need
out,
to do
watch out. Here it comes.
Except Friend of the Devil by the Dead. Can't play that.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah.
I promise. All right, so I'm gonna play a song. It's bilingual, if that's okay.
Yeah.
First time on Shack Radio.
Yeah, it's bilingual. It's in Spanish and English,
Excellent.
and it was co-written with a friend of mine named Davis Garcia, and it's called "Talking Spirits."
All right.
Is this
Yes.
the one that I put on the,
Yeah,
the
you put it on-
posted
yeah.
for the
Yes.
mill? Okay. good.
Yes, for the
Excellent.
mill.
I
Yes.
love that one. Good.
So I'll play it, and then we could talk about it.
Yeah.
There's a sing-along part. It's hard,
Oh.
but I encourage you to try to do it anyway. All right.
We're soldiers.
We're
Okay.
pretty sharp.
All right. It kind of goes like this. The sing-along part, I'll start it. Rumba macumba candombe bambula. Rumba macumba candombe bambula. Rumba macumba candombe bambula. Rumba macumba. Canta en la calle, quemar el montón. Para aguanile dar tu corazón. Viva más, encontrás tu forma y baila más, baila más, baila más, baila más. See from here the mountains rising clear, clear, clear with the rhythms of our ancestors drumming in our ears, telling us to walk the line. Find our time, our spirits will walk with us for a lifetime. Feel the heat on our feet and dance to a tribal beat. Rumba macumba candombe bambula. Rumba macumba candombe bambula. Rumba macumba candombe bambula. Rumba macumba. Canta en la calle. Whoa, wrong lyrics. Here we go. One time. Let me sing you a song, oh pretty ditty, decima cola bamba. Or maybe it's kimbara kimbara. Or maybe it's como se llama cosongoro. A tune as tasty as mofongoro. Oh, 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 oh. Rumba, bambula, 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 bambula. Let me clear my throat. When the world was young but life got falling free, her hands reached out like mama giving trees. In those days few songs were sung, but like ripe fruit them tunes they hung. Grown from the ground, we ate them sounds, and they nourished us all around, all around, all around, all around. Ready? Rumba macumba candombe bambula. 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 I got you guys off guard.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my favorite.
Oh, thanks, Judith.
Yeah, very creative.
Love
Thanks.
it. Tell
There
me,
you
so
go.
what are you saying? For
So
those
what
of
am I
us who
saying?
don't
All
know.
right. So this song is based on a it takes those 4 words, rumba macumba candombe bambala. It's from a Puerto Rican poem called Majestad Negra, which is the Black Majesty. And it was written by a Puerto Rican poet. His name was Luis Vale Matos, and he was a very famous Puerto Rican poet in the early 20th century. And he was essentially writing about this woman, this beautiful black Afro-Caribbean woman who's dancing to these rhythms and just being kind of like lost in her just movement.
Ooh, I know about that.
And it's a very onomatopoetic poem. So if you read it, there's actually Spanish words that are made up that don't make any sense. But it makes sense with the sounds of her movement. So we riffed off of that, which was like the sounds that words make when you're singing and the rhythms that they.
Yeah, very John Lennish.
Yeah.
No wonder I like it. It's about a dancing woman.
Yeah. Dancing woman. But then we brought it into like this kind of ode to our ancestors. Me and Davis, because Davis is Puerto Rican as well. We made it as an ode to our ancestors and the music they played and the rhythms that they created. So that's what
Cool.
that
And
is.
you can see
Very
the
cool.
video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
of it on YouTube with
And
me
Awesome.
playing with a friend of mine, Chris White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I think I've seen this video.
Yeah, we
I
posted it.
posted
It is
for
circulated
real.
by you.
Yes,
Yes.
I
circulated
heard
by
you
Judy.
mention mofongo too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Explain what that is to everybody.
Yeah.
Mofongo is probably one of the best meals. If you've never had it before, it's green plantains and it's mashed and it's fried and then they put it in this kind of mortar and pestle and they grind up this fried plantains and then they put it like in a mound on a dish and they throw either shrimp with like this beautiful like onion tomato sauce on top of it, or they do it with chicken, or it's also done with I think with pork as well.
Okay,
And
sign
it's,
me up.
and it's
Yeah.
so
Let's order
it's
one.
so mofongo, it's a very traditional Puerto Rican dish, and it does cross a couple of different Caribbean cultures as well.
Wow.
But
We need a serving for
it's-
10.
yeah, it's so
Awesome.
good. Yeah, if
Ready
you're-
to-
if
ready for something
Where did
like
you
that?
get this at?
you can get this at if you go to like a Puerto Rican restaurant or a Latin, sometimes Latin restaurants in general will have it.
And say it again.
think Dominicans
Mofongo,
make it too.
Mofo, Mofongo. Sorry,
Wow.
spelling off mofongo. It sounds weird, but
that sounds awesome.
but it tastes amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Very good.
Did your mother make stuff like that?
She didn't make mofongo. She was Cuban, and not that Cubans don't make it. She just didn't make it. But I've had it just from various family members that made it. It's so good.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, so good.
Good music, they had good food.
Great
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
So you should
rhythms.
tell us where
Great
can
rhythms.
we find your music?
Well, you can find my music at michaelaquino.com. It's MICHAEL Aquino, AQUINO.com.
Cuno.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
you go to the main page, it has all the places where you can buy it. You know, we have it's on Amazon, iTunes,
Wow.
CD Baby. Yeah, yeah.
Very good.
So,
Excellent.
yep.
That's really good stuff.
Thanks.
So we have a couple minutes left. Do we want to do the Donna Palooka time check?
Time check?
All right, Donna.
minutes.
You got 6 minutes.
All right.
So you want to do another song off of live, or you want to do one off your CD?
Let's do one live. It's here.
I'm with it.
All right,
He's
let's
a
do one
fantastic
live.
performer.
What do you want to hear? Do you have any requests besides Bud? I
How
can't
about
play
some more of
Bud.
that Latino stuff? You got any Latino stuff?
You want to do a traditional song?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a traditional
Yeah.
song. You guys will know this one, and you
Okay.
can sing along.
No
Okay.
problem.
I guarantee you'll know
That's
this
what
one.
he said the last.
No, this one you guys know.
All right.
Guarantee.
All
it,
right.
Okay. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Guitar. It's
There
a
you go.
waltz. Ready?
Yeah.
I know how to walk.
The dance floor is open behind me. Ese lunar que tiene cielito lindo junto a la boca. No se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo que a mí me toca. Here we go. Ay, 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 ay. Canta y no llores. cantando se alegran cielito lindo los corazones. No one knows anything beyond the I. That's okay though.
Sorry.
That's okay. Es de tu casa a la mía,
Gringos.
cielito lindo, hay más que un paso. Antes que venga tu madre, cielito lindo, dame un abrazo. Okay, here we go. Ay, 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 ay. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Just a little visual commentary. We have Judith dancing. De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Otro más, one more time. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo. It's very good. Los corazones. Los corazones. Los corazones. Mi corazón. Well, thank you.
That's a fast walk.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a fast waltz.
Good.
And this proves that Michael Aquino is actually fearless. Like, totally fearless.
Thanks.
Well, it was a very good
My best
performance,
song.
Mike.
Yeah, that was
Thank
really
I
nice.
enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming so far. You live
Well,
in
thanks. Bloomfield. Bloomfield, New
so
Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it take you? 45 minutes?
About an hour and 15.
Yeah, long way.
Depends on the
Thank
parkway.
you.
Yeah, it depends on the parkway. Parkway was good. It was
Hey, I
actually-
did that drive. I went to
Yeah.
Orange for 3 years.
Yeah,
Oof.
206 was the problem. But yeah, that was.
Took
but
you 3 years to get there, Paul?
3 years at 3 hours a day, man.
Oh,
Well, we're winding down at Shack Radio. With
yeah, we're
Michael
winding
Aquino.
down here.
Wonderful
But wait,
show.
We have
Doesn't-
Shad Fest coming up. We have.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that.
Judy's got a little something happening at the birdhouse, right?
Yeah, well,
Not you,
this- not me. Yes, this
Right.
Friday, Alan Rigoletto is going to be having his EP release at the Birdhouse. It's also he's having a photography show of his work, and Brandon Broderick is opening for him. So that's this Friday at 7 o'clock. The show starts. The music starts at 8, and he's actually going to be on Vinny's show. We're going to record that tomorrow.
The
morning.
Vinny Show?
Yes.
What's that called, the Vinny Show?
In the green room.
In the green room.
Yes,
Ah.
yes. So
Right.
come on out, and he's a local Lambervillian. Support him with that.
And if anyone wants to hear the show again, it will play all week at 7 o'clock
Yes.
on panjradio.com.
Yes.
What are the Shad Festival days again?
It's
Shad
April
Fest.
30th is Saturday and Sunday, May 1st.
I think I'm playing on first.
Yeah.
Oh, where
You're
are you
playing on
Russell?
Sunday at the Cafe
Okay.
Galleria.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent.
At the Marie Sheraton party at Saturday, Shack Fest.
All
Shack
right.
Fest and
Saturday
Shack Fest.
afternoon.
It is in the design.
It's
of
on
the
Shad
house.
Fest, but it's the Shack Fest. It's a world-renowned party.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank
You
you,
guys,
Michael.
Michael.
you
Awesome
guys are
show.
fantastic. I've got to get back up to North Jersey.
All right. Drive safe.
All right.
Shacker!
Radio.